Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and guys, some exciting announcement. Well, not announcement, but news circulating now. Since the conference for Subriel Matias earlier at the press conference at the weigh-in for Edgar Berlanga's fight against Patrick McCrory. So they sat Matias down, and they gave him an interview, an entire press conference. I've never seen that happen, especially on the day of a weigh-in. Like the weigh-in, before the weigh-in, they set up this whole thing for Matias. Everyone was sitting down there, Eddie Hearn, this and that, and they were doing a press conference right before the weigh-in. They got the scale right there, but the chairs are right in front of the scale, so they're just there. They're making the weigh-in wait, so they could give Matias his opportunity and his shine and exposure. A complete press conference strictly for Matias. Amazing. That tells you all about the hype of Matias. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. It's real. And what's likely about to get real is Matias' next opponent. It was Liam Parrow. That was an exciting fight. That was being talked about. It was 90% done based on Matias' side. But unfortunately, it fell apart. We don't know it was because of money issues or Parrow backed out. Any of the two it could be. In my opinion, it could be any of the two. But it is what it is. So now, I bumped into an article on SB Nation saying that Subriel Matias' possible replacement, possible next choice is the Dominican kid, Elvis Rodriguez. Elvis Rodriguez is a pretty solid fighter. He's bigger than Matias. He's as strong as Matias, or stronger physically. He can punch both hands. Has a tremendous right hook. Probably one of the best in the weight class. You stand right there in range with him, and you get hit by that, man. You're gonna get rattled the real way. And so he has that. And on in his ESPN days coming up as a prospect, he was like Edgar Berlanga, knocking out everybody. Until he bumped into Kenneth Sims Jr. Kenneth Sims Jr. beat him by decision in 8 rounds. It was an upset at the time. But Kenneth is a good fighter. He's no slouch. He drew Montana Love. Beat Elvis Rodriguez. First man to do so. And he's a tremendous fighter who also called out Subriel Matias. Says he wants to fight him on the Porter Way podcast. He said he would like to fight Subriel Matias. He said he'll take Matias easy, no problem. Sure. He's saying that, but does he really want it? We won't know. We don't really know. But it's a fight that may not even happen. So let's get right into it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Subriel Matias versus Elvis Rodriguez, the next likely opponent. Elvis Rodriguez, man, when he took on Joseph Adorno, man, it was a good fight, but he overpowered Adorno. Adorno. Unfortunately, he's not a 140-pounder, naturally. He's a smaller guy than Elvis. He just took the challenge, went up in weight, and fought Elvis. But, the strength, the overpower, the punching power, when they both got into exchanges, Adorno could not take the shots at all. And it was just too much. He was just a bit too much for Joseph Adorno. And he got beat. Adorno got beat by decision. Got dropped a couple times. Staggered all over the place. Multiple times. yeah, that was a bad night for Adorno. And then the Victor Postol fight, the last fight, his recent fight, Gord Victor Postol, a true veteran at 140 pounds, very skilled Ukrainian fighter. That version of Victor Postol that fought Elvis, unfortunately, was out of his prime. He was faded, you know, and eventually he got stopped by Elvis Rodriguez. Elvis Rodriguez, it was to the point that Elvis Rodriguez, once Elvis Rodriguez was letting his hands go, because he was holding back a lot in that fight, and once he opened up, took him about 6 or 7 rounds to get to do so, and he got Pistol out of there, no problem. Once he started landing his shots completely solidly on Victor Postol, that was the end of the fight. Pistol had nothing for him, and once Elvis started landing on him, you can see the facial expression, the body language, all that stuff, and that was that. Got stopped. TKO in the 7th round. So back to back, Elvis Rodriguez has defeated 2 good names, Joseph Adorno and Victor Postol. And even after the Postol fight in the interview, he was like, he also said that he would like to fight Subriel Matias. He would like to fight for the IBF title, and I would like to fight Subriel Matias if the opportunity presents itself. Well, the opportunity may present itself, because the word out there now is Subriel Matias may fight Elvis Rodriguez in that fight in Puerto Rico. And that stylistically is a tremendous fight, is a banger for sure, guaranteed. Elvis is a big, strong 140-pounder with power in both hands, tremendous right hook, can fight well on the inside. Can he match Matias' output on the inside and hand speed? No. He won't back down though, and he won't give up. He believes in himself. He believes in his right hook. He believes in his power. He believes he's a strong guy. Coming in, he'll be the bigger guy, 5 foot 10 inches. Matias is 5'8", about 5'8", 5'9". But physically, Elvis is a big dude at 140 pounds. He's a really big 140 pounder. The question is that I have for Mr. Elvis Rodriguez, like I have for every Matias opponent, what you're going to do when the rounds start piling up. Matias is still there in front of you after 4 rounds. Rounds are piling up. The engines are getting revved up. Matias is starting to let his punches go, and ain't just 1, 2, 3 shots. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots at a time. Tap, 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 boom, boom, boom. Combination starts to flow. It's an avalanche of punches. It's like a swarm of bees attacking you. So Elvis, what you're gonna do when you start getting hit all over the place, your elbows, your rib cage, your chin, to the side of your head, it's crazy. And the thing is, when you start getting hit by Matias, it's studding blows. It ain't just tapping punches, man. These punches are coming hard and heavy. He's not even ranging with them, and they're tapping he's not even ranging with them, and when he's tapping you, they're already thudding blows. They're doing impact. His accumulation it accumulates and accumulates. Elvis is gonna have a lot of his moments. It's gonna be a firefight, fistic firefight. Elvis letting his power shots go on the inside with vicious and mean intentions, trying to knock Matias' head off. Matias, I'm sure, is going to take those shots, man. He has a solid chin, maybe one of the best in boxing today. And here comes the avalanche of punches. 3, 4, 5, 6 shots at a time. Matias, the hand speed, the punch out, the tremendous output, the pressure. When Matias starts to push Elvis Rodriguez back, I know Elvis is going to have his moment where he's going to be pushing Matias back. These two guys are going to go at it, guys. This fight ain't going the distance. It's not going the distance. So when and if this fight gets made, It is a firefight. But that's all Matias knows how to do. Firefights. Doesn't step back. He's coming forward. He has no reverse gears. So Elvis, if his intention is to come forward all night, he better tuck that chin, tuck his elbows, and get ready to fight the fight of your life. And that's for every Matias opponent. Train. You better train for the fight of your life, because it's going to be the fight of your life. Elvis Rodriguez is a tremendous fighter, solid, strong fighter, hard puncher, and his game as they come. But it's going to be the fight of his life. It's going to be the fight of his life, guys. You know, once you step into the ring with someone that puts someone in a casket, and ain't just someone, a good fighter. When Matias fought Maxim Dadashev, may he rest in peace, it was a title eliminator. And Maxim Dadashev was a highly touted prospect out of Russia. And when Matias fought him, Maxim was a contender. Like I said, it was a title eliminator. The winner of that fight would have gone on to face the world champion. Matias won that fight. Some way, somehow, he ended up in the ring with Petros Ananian. He took a loss. And unfortunately, during that loss, he was going through some personal problems. He was not training the way he should. He was going through the tragic death of passing of Maxim Dadashev after their fight. You know, so he took that hard. He was not training the way he should. So he went in, and so he was not fully prepared for Petros Ananian. And Petros Ananian got the victory in that fight. Of course, we all know what happened in the rematch. But Matias shredded into pieces. Just like he shredded everybody to pieces. He shredded Malik Hawkins to pieces. Mayweather Promotions put Hawkins in there to use Matias as a stepping stone, thinking that Matias was going to come in the same way how he came in with Petros Ananian, and it failed. That was matchmaking gone wrong by Mayweather Promotions, and Matias went in there and ran Malik Hawkins over. Then he shredded Jukimbayev in a firefight, shredded Ananian in the rematch, shredded Ponce and Ergashev. Likely Mr. Elvis Rodriguez is next. But he's a live dog. He's hungry. He wants, I'm sure he wants the IBF title. Like I said, he wants to fight Matias. So this is a tremendous fight. It's a pretty good fight. It's a solid fight at 140 pounds. I actually thought it was going to be Pro Grice. You know, I was hoping it was going to be Pro Grice. But someone said in my comment, one of my subscribers said that Pro Grice, his ego ain't going to let him travel to Puerto Rico and fight Matias in his backyard. No way, no how. He's going to win that fight in the United States. And likely so. He will be the bigger name. He's a more accomplished fighter at 140 pounds. But Matias is the world champion. You know, and his next fight is scheduled for Puerto Rico. So if Pro Grice wanted Matias, he would have to come to Puerto Rico. But he wants it in the States likely, and he would not make the trip. But Elvis Rodriguez, Dominican, will make that trip. And I'm sure he will make that trip. And once he do that, we will have a battle of 140-pound power punchers, sluggers. These two guys are going to go at it. This fight ain't going the distance at all. At all. So there you have it. Miracle Boy Boxing, guys. I am your host, Jose Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, Subriel Matias versus Elvis Rodriguez is in talks and discussion, and is a next rumored fight. And based on SB Nation, is a possible replacement for Liam Parrow. The next possible replacement. Let me know what you guys think about that fight. Subriel Matias versus Elvis Rodriguez for Matias' IBF title at 140 pounds. It is a solid fight, a banger, and I'm looking forward to it. Miracle Boxing, I'm your host, Jose Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.